Hey there YouTube fans, AC Productions here. Today I'm going to be showing you on how to convert your corner lights on your 2005 Yamaha R1 into turn signal lights. This method would work as long as you have front corner lights for any brand motorcycle. Now you're wondering, why am I looking at the front of a bike that has no headlight? Well, I'm actually currently working on doing custom headlights on this customer's bike, and therefore that's why you see the headlights out. Also, it's going to allow me to actually show you what I'm doing without the headlight being in the way. But for you guys, when you guys do it, you don't need to remove the headlight. I'm just showing you this way so you guys could see clearly what I'm doing, and you guys, you will just look for the cables and therefore just follow what I'm doing in the video. All right, so let's get to it, and let me show you on these lights. These are going to be your standard lights. So as you can see, they're pretty much a standard bulbs. All right, so we are going to change those, and we're going to install these little guys, which they're just basic yellow bulbs. The bulb size is going to be 194, as you can see here at the bottom, 194. That's the bulb size for these little guys. You could also, if you don't want to go with regular bulbs, you could go with LED, and you could just pretty much pick any color LED you want. You could be yellow, red, blue, green, or even white. That's totally up to you guys. All right, so let me show you the things that you're going to need to do this conversion. You're going to need a pair of scissors, wire strippers, some red and black cable. I would say a few feet if you have any. I'll have a link in the description below for all the parts that I'm using to do this conversion. You're going to need 4 of these style Posi Taps. Now these again, description below, I'll have it. This ones are going to allow for wire to wire. We're going to do the most simplest and easy way to connect everything. So this one's just gonna, I'll show you how to use this, but pretty much 4 of these guys, and then 4 of these guys with the oops, all right. Well, bloopers there. All right, and then 4 of these guys with the little silver cap at the end of it. 4 and 4. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. All right, so let's get started. As you can see, this customer actually has a little bit of a wiring mess with the stuff that was done from a different installer using house things. We're not going to get into that, but I'm going to show you he still has the factory connector here on this one, and on this one he has something else going on, but I'm going to show you the proper way of doing this conversion. All right, so we're going to get started first with this side because we still have the factory connector on that one. Let's not worry too much about this side because pretty much anyway what you do on one side is going to be the same thing on the other side. All right, so first things first, we're going to go and disconnect our corner light, which is right here. Disconnect it from here. So just go ahead and just press down on the little clip and it should pull out. There you go. So now that we have it disconnected from here, we're going to go ahead and we're going to clip this cable off because as of right now, we're not going to need it for this particular installation. Actually, we probably could use it if we were to clip it from here. I don't want to like mess too much with the factory harness. So we're going to leave those intact and we're just going to clip it off from here, but we are going to clip it at a section where we can still possibly use this at a later time, or if you're going to actually sell the bike and you want to convert it back to what it was originally. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and clip it right over here. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so now that we clipped it, as you can see, now it's clipped. So we're going to go ahead and put this off to the side, or what you could do to keep everything still intact is put a little bit of electrical tape on both of these cables, and then just go ahead and plug it right back in here. Therefore, everything's still, you know, connected on the bike, and nothing will be lost instead of you putting this somewhere else and possibly getting it lost. So I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of electrical tape on these cables so they don't touch or anything happens, and probably put a little zip tie here to hold it in place. All right, so now that we have this cable, we're going to go ahead and we're going to use our wire strippers, and we're going to strip a little bit of the cable in on each side. All right, now that I stripped the cables, it should look like this, as you can see. Once I stripped it, and then I went ahead and just twisted the ends. Sorry, this is a little bit blurry. There you go. All right, so next what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and grab our red and black cable, and we're just going to cut, I would say, a foot's length of cable. So let's go ahead and do that. Now that I already got that part of the cable spliced, as you can see right here, and twisted the ends as well. All right, so next what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and grab these type of Posi Taps. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to twist the end cap is like this, and then we're going to insert this little cap on one of the ends, slide it through as well like this. You just see the little piece sticking out, and then we're going to go ahead and put the little cap on and screw it back on tight. All right, so we want to do this for both ends. All right, once it's tight, you give it a little tug and it should be on there good. Gonna do the same thing with the other side. Unscrew it, slide this guy in, put this guy through, and go ahead and tighten it down. All right, so now we got both ends in like so. All right, so next we're gonna go ahead and unscrew the opposite end, and we're going to install our red and black cable to it. So pretty much the same thing what I just did on this side is gonna be the same thing with the other side, but with the red and black cable. Okay, and this is how it should look like. We got our bulb here, cable, the 2 Posi Taps, the red and blue cable, everything nice and tight. And at the end of the cable, we got our 2 ends already spliced, and the ends twisted. Okay, so next what we're going to do is we're going to locate the turn signal from the side fairing over here. Going to grab the cable. As you can see, it's right over here. And unfortunately for this rider, whoever had this bike before did a really crappy job with the wiring, but this part should be connected with its harness. On your bike, you should have the connecting harness there. There we go, a little bit focused better. All right, so it should be connected. So we're not going to disconnect anything there. What we are going to do is we're going to peel back the casing. So as you can see, it's already been peeled back, and like I said, on your bike, it's going to be everything will be intact. You're going to have a black wire, a blue with red striped wire, and a brown cable or brown wire. Now, what we're going to do is we're only going to go with a on and off turn signal mode. I mean, it's up to you if you want to do the 3-wire mode, but for these bulbs, since it's only 2 cables, we're only going to do the on and off mode. So when you put the signal, they'll turn and flash, but when you turn off the signal, the lights are going to turn off. So that's going to be that. So that's going to be with the black and brown cable. So we're going to attach our Posi Taps to the black and brown cable. So let me go ahead and put this out to the side, as that's no use for us right now. Peel the casing back a little bit as much as you can. So we're going to expose our black and brown cable. So let's go ahead and grab our cable that we have over here. First, we're going to grab our Posi Taps. And the Posi Taps we're going to be using right now are going to be these guys with the little gray cap at the end. So to use these, what we're going to do is we're going to unscrew the gray cap off of the Posi Tap, and then we're going to insert the cable into the little slot right here. As you can see, there's a little slot. Right now, we're going to start with the black one. Just go ahead and slide it through like so, and then screw in the Posi Tap on. Okay, so I still have to, repair this guy's bike. So I'm going to go ahead and screw it on. All right, now that it's nice and tight, we're going to grab the other Posi Tap, and then we're going to attach it to the brown cable. So go ahead and unscrew the end part. We're going to slide it over like so, and then just screw in the Posi Tap. Okay, so now that we got both our Posi Taps on there, now we're going to go ahead and unscrew the red part, which is the other side. Now brown is positive and black is obviously negative. So let's grab our cable with our little light on it and get the red part. You can see I'm going to slide a little cap like so. Make sure that the threads and the exposed wires like so. And then we're just going to go ahead and attach it to the red. Obviously red and brown. The brown is positive on this particular application. So go ahead, twist it on there until it's tight. Give it a little tug. It should not come out. If it does come out, go ahead and reinsert it and do it all over again. Next, we're going to unscrew the red part off of the black cable. Insert our black cable in through here, and then same thing, just put it in and screw it back on. Okay, so give it a little tug, it should be good. All right, so that pretty much concludes that part. Now we're going to go ahead and turn on the bike. Go ahead and test out our new corner turn signal. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn on the key. Okay, key is on. As you can see, this one we haven't converted yet, but this one we did. Now we're going to go ahead and put our turn signal, and it should start to blink. And there you go. As you can see, now it's blinking. It is on a hyper flash because he doesn't have an LED load resistor to slow down the flash. You could do an aftermarket load resistor, which you could attach to the turn signal. Probably will show you how to do that as well to slow down the flash rate. All right, so now that we got that one already done, now we're going to go ahead and do the same thing to this other side. So pretty much everything that we just did on this side is going to be exactly the same thing done on this side. So I'm not really going to show you exactly the same thing we just did to cut down on the video time. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and convert that one, and then I'll show you how it looks like at the end. Okay, now that I'm done with this side and that side, let's go ahead and turn on the bike. Put the turn signal. As you can see, it's hyper flashing yellow. It's already changed the bulbs too. And that side is also blinking yellow. And then when you hit the switch, it turns off. Now stay tuned for the next video, which is pretty much somewhere up here on the top, if you want to know how to install a LED turn signal load resistor. Alright guys, so that pretty much concludes on how to convert your corner lights to turn signals, as you can see right here. But you know what, let me do something better, and let me go ahead and install the headlights, everything back together. Okay, as you can see, the headlights are all back in place. Now I could really show you guys on how the turn signals look when you put them on. So there you go, as you can see. Now we're going to have that additional lighting for people in front of you, and then when I cancel that and then go to that side, at least you're able to see on how they look like. Alright guys, well, if you guys enjoyed the video and found this video helpful, please hit that like button. If you disliked the video, please leave me a comment below on why you disliked the video. I try to make it short this time and not too long, so hopefully you guys enjoy that. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments below. If you haven't yet subscribed, don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification bell, that way you guys are up to date with my latest videos. And if you know anyone else that's looking to do this type of installation or this type of conversion, please share my video. It helps my videos to get out there, to get more exposure, and therefore helping me to make more videos like this by getting feedback from you guys. And thank you guys for watching.